Alright, so when I walked outside this morning, let's rewind further. Well, I'll touch on this later in the speech, but I don't know if a lot of you heard about your circadian clock. It's controlled a lot by the sun, the temperature, and it's kind of like when it's cold outside, it's what puts you into hibernation almost. It'll just make you tired. So this morning, slept in a little bit, had a hard time waking up, and I think it had a lot to do with the weather. It was very cloudy all day until now the sun started peeking out. And so, I started the day off feeling slow because of the weather, and I get outside, it's real cold. I think it was like 38 this morning. So, it wasn't raining, but we had a cool breeze. It's just kind of a dreary day. So, but now as the sun starts coming out, I'm feeling a little better. I got a speech coming up. I'm doing good. And this is something I thought up of. Something similar to, well, not similar, but it's going to be like kind of a thermometer. This is going to be the weather, and this is your mood. So at the top of this mood meter, this is the weather meter here. We got sunny, and like a nice breeze, warm outside. I kind of like sunny and 75, all right? Anything above that, there's like an extra credit scale up here. It gets real hot, then you get bad. And down here we've got days like today. It's 35, say, no sun, and rain will make it worse too, but we're not dealing with that today. And then here we have happy and energetic. That's best case scenario, happy and energetic. You're just feeling good. And here we've got down, you can say depressed, sad, feeling slow, you just need a pickup. And I feel like these correlate very well with each other. So like, we'll go extreme. Sunny 75, you're at the beach, nice and warm out. It's just perfect. There's hardly anything that could happen to bring your mood down. You're going to be equivalent. So, and same, down here, I feel like almost everyone can relate to these are always going to correlate for you with the weather. Like, no matter your circumstances, they're just going to always be correlating. And then a lot of people wonder how. So according to the Houston Methodist, the study found that the amount of sunshine, temperature, and humidity have the greatest effect on your mood. It showed that high humidity lowered concentration and increased sleepiness, something many Houstonians can relate to. And then they did another study in 2005 that showed spending more time outdoors in pleasant weather is associated with higher mood and better memory. The study concluded that spring was linked to improved mood, and since people have been deprived of, the weather that winter has brought all winter long. And today in Ag Lab, I asked around to see, if it was just me or if everyone else is feeling this. And I noticed a lot of the girls were affected more by the weather than the boys. A lot of them said they're feeling kind of down today. I asked them if it's because of the weather. They said they didn't know, but I think it was. And why is this affecting people? According to the Harmony Wellness, rainy days are often known to contribute to depression and sadness. This is due to the dip in serotonin levels caused by the lack of sunshine, which we're experiencing until just a few hours ago. The dip in serotonin levels also contributes to food cravings for comfort foods. And so, however, this is temporary, and the comfort foods are not going to, make you feel better in the long run. What you need is some good sunshine. And some people, they'll actually cause the disorder called SAD, the seasonal affective disorder, which is defined for having significant mood changes related to the changing seasons. The most well-known example is the winter SAD, or like the winter blues, which is what we're experiencing this morning. A depressive mood felt only during the shorter days of winter, and then apparently only 6% of the population is actually diagnosed with SAD. It's relatively rare. However, the National Institute of Mental Health speculates that it's more common than most people think. It's just not that big of a deal, like to go get tested for and you're just feeling down. And then the American Academy of Family Physicians has said that about another 10 to 20% have mild SAD, and that's just something they're speculating also. And what we touched on earlier, when I was getting up this morning, had a hard time, was my circadian clock. And Healthline said that typically cold weather gives your body the signal to settle down and hibernate, resulting in less energy during the winter months. Warmer temperatures can boost your energy along with your mood, but only up to 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 21 Celsius, because above then the heat will actually cause irritativeness and aggression. And the sunlight affects your circadian clock the most, in my opinion. Just the way our bodies are programmed, with everyone sleeps at night pretty well. And then I want you to take a minute as you're leaving class to look at the weather. When you're walking outside, just looking in, which everyone I think should be feeling pretty good, but does it affect you? That's my question. And then determine, with today, tonight, and then tomorrow morning, if you had a change in your mood, if it correlated with the change in weather that it is right now. And then I want you to think, when this does happen, is it just coincidence of what's causing your mood to change, what's going on, drama, whatever, or is it the weather? Thank you.